Hello everyone, it's Monday. What was that? It's Tuesday. God, nobody tells me anything anymore. So it's Tuesday. I've had like 5 early shifts at work. Alright, maybe I'm exaggerating, it's actually only 2. And that's really just kind of put me out of the loop. So as my friends and I have discussed, I will accept whatever punishment comes to me for posting my video late. That being said, I do have to bring up the fact that you guys did fail one of my challenges. In my last video, I asked for you guys to try to offend me. Vlogger number 3, you tried, but it just didn't work out. For those of you watching at home who might be confused as to how he tried, he showed me a quarter. There's a little bit of history here that you need to be aware of. I really enjoy collecting change. Whenever we're at the store and are handed a handful of change, I always save mine, and vlogger number 3 always donates his. Now, I've got nothing against donating change, but I just prefer to save mine, and I have made that very apparent, to the point where vlogger number 3 now donates his change to try to upset me. But it doesn't offend me. James, you didn't even try. So you guys have failed your mission. So James, you made a great point in your video. There really should never be a defining moment when you are all of a sudden too old to do anything. And I think that there's never been a time in history that has been more accepting of that than now. You mentioned very quickly somebody wearing an X-Men shirt in public and being almost looked down upon because of it. I've never actually thought of it that way before. It might be because my dad has worn superhero shirts my entire life. So for me, seeing somebody wearing a superhero shirt is simply normal. And I can't really imagine the type of person who would look at that and think that that was strange. That got me thinking about fashion. Oh my god, fashion. Football. Anyway, what I mean by fashion is the general trends of today's time. I just got some new socks. They have little people on them. And the very fact that I could find those in a store says something about what is popular today. Back in the time of our parents, what was funny and what was popular was all very based on the what. What do I mean by that? I basically mean something that you can take a picture of. It's all slapstick comedy, people punching each other, anvils dropping on head, pianos falling from the sky. You stick the gun up in the mouth and you fire it out the backside and then they like all fanned out like a banana peel. People were laughing at what was happening rather than now where they laugh at why is that happening? Now, if you've seen any cartoon made within the last 5 years, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. Today's shows and today's general everything is focused on the why. I saw a guy wearing a shirt that was a cheeseburger. There wasn't a cheeseburger on the shirt, the entire shirt was a cheeseburger. And all you can do when you see something like that is, it's a cheeseburger. What? Why? It's almost like a shock and awe type thing. Focus! This is my new dry erase board. I haven't exactly found a spot to put it yet, so I'm just gonna hold it right here. The reason I got this is because I am a very visual person, and I believe it will better help me express what's going through my mind. So, to explain exactly the concept of what and why, I'm going to draw you a picture. What? And why? So you get the general idea. Not only does this affect our TV shows, it also is very detectable in our culture. I'm gonna say everybody born roughly around mid-80s to now will at least be able to slightly understand the reasoning for laughter or acceptance of something that's completely bizarre and out there. Something that really raises this question of why. It's not like you really want to know the answer, it's actually funnier if you can't figure it out. So to conclude this topic, I'd basically just say, continue embracing the why because it's freaking hilarious. And with that, I pass the torch to you. Can I borrow a moment of your time to talk with you about our Lord Caesar? Confused, but definitely curious, Carl decided to accept the gorilla's offer. After being told the long history of Caesar and his triumph over man, Carl decided he wanted to become a gorilla. It's completely okay to have mental problems as a gorilla. Little did he know, he was being watched the whole time by a pigeon with hostile intent. The pigeon held up its sniper rifle, crosshair floating gracefully around Carl's head. But just when he was about to pull the trigger,